Dear Father, I come before you in quiet gratitude. My heart breathes softly in your presence. My soul rests in the calm of your goodness. You have been my keeper through every hour, my anchor through every storm. You have watched over me with eyes that never close, and held me when I could not hold myself. Every breath that flows through me is proof that you have not forgotten me. Every sunrise tells me that your mercies are new again. You have been faithful through every season. You have been kind beyond words, and even when I did not see your hand, I could still feel your love guiding me. I thank you for this moment of stillness. I thank you for the calm that fills my spirit when I whisper your name. I thank you for every promise that you have spoken over my life, for every word that still echoes in my soul, reminding me that your plans are good and your ways are perfect. You are the one who never lies, the one who speaks and creation responds, the one whose promises stand firm through generations. Heaven and earth may fade, but what you have spoken will remain. I rest in that truth. I rest in the assurance that you have written my story with care, that nothing you have promised will fall to the ground unfulfilled. When my heart trembles with uncertainty, I look to the sky and remember that you hold the stars in place. They do not fall without your word. How much more secure, then, is my life in your hands? I believe you, Lord, even when the waiting feels long, even when the silence lingers, even when my heart grows tired. I choose to believe that you are working. I choose to believe that your word will come to pass. I choose to rest in your faithfulness. You have said that your word will not return to you empty, but it will accomplish what you desire and achieve the purpose for which you sent it. That word comforts me. It reminds me that you are not bound by time. You are not limited by circumstance. You are not delayed by human expectation. You move according to your wisdom, not mine. You unfold your promises with perfect timing. And though I may not understand the path I walk, I know that you have ordered my steps. You make all things beautiful in their time. You turn sorrow into strength. You turn confusion into clarity. You turn waiting into wonder. I rest in the rhythm of your grace. I trust in the unfolding of your purpose. I believe that you are faithful to finish what you began. You will complete every promise spoken over my life. Father, there are days when the weight of waiting feels heavy, when it seems like your promises are distant dreams, hovering just beyond reach. Yet in those moments you whisper peace. You remind me that faith is not about seeing the result, but about trusting the process. You remind me that waiting is not punishment. It is preparation. You are shaping my heart to hold what you have promised. You are teaching me to rest in you before I rest in the blessing. You are building strength in silence, endurance in delay, and peace in surrender. You are making me ready, and so I will not rush your timing. I will not measure your goodness by how quickly things happen. I will measure it by how faithfully you love me in the waiting. When I look at the stories of old, I see that every promise required patience. Abraham waited and became the father of nations. Joseph waited and became the ruler of Egypt. Hannah waited and gave birth to a prophet. David waited and sat on the throne. Every delay was divine design. Every silence was sacred space. Every waiting heart was being prepared for glory. So I too will wait, knowing that my promise is not denied. It is being refined. You have not forgotten me. You are not late. You are simply aligning every detail to reveal your goodness in full. I trust you, Lord. I surrender my timelines, my expectations, my striving. I lay them all down at your feet, and I rest. I remind my soul that you are not a man that you should lie, nor a son of man that you should change your mind. What you have said, you will do. What you have spoken, you will fulfill. I take comfort in those words. I let them sink into the deep places of my being. When doubt whispers, I silence it with truth. When fear speaks, I answer it with faith. I tell my heart again and again that you are faithful, that you are for me, that you are working even now. Your promises are my foundation, my resting place, my steady hope. Though the winds may blow and seasons may change, I will not be moved. My roots are deep in your word, and your word cannot fail. I lift my hands to you, Lord, not to strive but to surrender. I let go of everything I cannot control. I release the fears that linger at the edges of my faith. I release the doubts that try to steal my peace. I release the need to understand every detail of what you are doing. I let it go because I trust you. You are my shepherd. You lead me beside still waters. You restore my soul. Even when I walk through the valley, I will not fear, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table for me, even in the presence of my enemies. Surely your goodness and mercy will follow me all the days of my life. You are my peace in the storm, my song in the silence, my strength when I am weak. You have said that those who wait upon the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not faint. I hold on to that promise. I breathe it in. I let it become part of my heartbeat. Each breath I take reminds me that you are not finished with me yet, that your word is alive within me, that your promise is already forming even when I cannot see it. I rest, not because I understand everything, but because I trust the one who does. Father, let my faith grow quiet and deep. Let it no longer shout for proof, but whisper with peace. Let me find joy in waiting, knowing that your hand is upon every moment. Let gratitude rise within me like gentle rain. Let hope bloom again in places that once felt barren. I choose to believe that you are faithful to perform what you have promised. I choose to live in the calm of your presence. I choose to rest in the assurance that every word you have spoken over me will come to life in its appointed time. I choose to be still and know that you are God. I thank you for the peace that meets me in quiet spaces, for the strength that rises within me even when I cannot explain it. You have made a way through every wilderness, and you have turned the dust of disappointment into soil for new beginnings. My soul remembers the times you lifted me when I thought I would fall, the times you whispered comfort when tears blurred my sight, the times you held me steady when I felt like letting go. I am still here, not because I am strong, but because your mercy has held me. You have been faithful beyond measure. You have been kind beyond words. I stand today not in my own strength, but in the power of your promise. You said you would never leave nor forsake me. You said you would go before me and make the crooked paths straight. You said that the plans you have for me are good, and I believe you. When the night feels long, I hold on to your word. When the waiting stretches beyond my understanding, I remind my soul that you are never late. You are precise. You are intentional. You are working in ways unseen. You are aligning moments, shaping hearts, softening circumstances. You are preparing everything in quiet perfection. I may not see it, but I sense it. I may not understand it, but I trust it. Your promise stands, unmoved by time. The same power that raised Christ from the dead is alive in me. The same word that called the universe into being is the word that holds my destiny secure. Nothing can stop what you have spoken. No force can silence what you have declared. I rest in that assurance. Let faith fill my breath. Let peace dwell in every thought. Let hope anchor every prayer. I will not fear the unknown because I know you. I will not worry about tomorrow because you hold it. I will not doubt your faithfulness because I have seen it again and again. You have led me through fire without harm. You have carried me through floods without drowning. You have kept me in perfect peace when my world was trembling. You are my stronghold. You are my resting place. You are the promise keeper. Your word says that the one who trusts in the Lord is like a tree planted by the waters, whose leaves remain green even in drought, who still bears fruit in famine. That is who I am in you. Rooted, nourished, unshaken. Every promise you give is a seed. It begins quietly, hidden in the soil of faith. It grows in darkness. It stretches unseen beneath the surface. And when the time is right, it breaks through the earth and blooms in beauty. So I will not despise the dark seasons. I will not grow weary of waiting. I will trust that even when nothing seems to move, the seed of your word is alive within me. You are cultivating something sacred. You are making my heart ready to receive. You are preparing the ground for harvest. You are teaching me to rest in your process, to believe in what I cannot see, to walk by faith and not by sight. You said that your kingdom is like a man who scatters seed on the ground, and night and day, whether he sleeps or rises, the seed sprouts and grows, though he does not know how. That truth brings me peace. It reminds me that growth happens even when I am unaware, that your promises unfold quietly, without struggle, without striving. I can rest while you work. I can trust while you move. I can wait while you prepare. I am not forgotten, I am simply being refined. You are aligning heaven's timing with my readiness. You are shaping me so I can hold the fullness of what you have promised. So I breathe deeply and let peace settle over me like morning dew. I release the need to see results, and instead I fix my eyes on you. I will rest in the knowledge that your faithfulness is greater than my timeline. Your promises are stronger than my fears. Your plans are wiser than my understanding. And your love is the reason I can stand still and know that all will be well. You make all things new. You make all things beautiful in their season. You make my waiting holy. And in the quiet of this moment, I feel your presence drawing near, soft, steady, eternal. You are my portion and my peace. You are my rock and my refuge. You are the voice that calls stillness into my soul. When anxiety rises, you speak calm. When fear whispers, you answer with truth. You remind me that those who trust in you will never be put to shame. You remind me that no word of yours will ever fail. You remind me that you are not a God of broken promises, but of fulfilled destinies. Every word you speak carries life. Every promise you make holds power. I cling to them as my lifeline. I hold them close when the wind blows cold. I let them warm my heart when doubt comes knocking. Teach me to live in the quiet confidence of faith, to walk with a peace that does not depend on circumstances, to rest in the certainty that you are faithful to complete what you began. I will no longer wrestle with what I cannot control. I will no longer question what you have already settled. I will no longer measure your goodness by my pace. I will measure it by your promise. You said, "Be still and know that I am God." And so I will be still, not passive, but peaceful, not idle, but trusting, not weary, but waiting, because I know you are working even when I am resting. I lift my heart in worship, not because I have seen the fulfillment, but because I know it is sure, not because everything is clear, but because you are near. My worship is my faith made visible. My gratitude is my proof of trust. I will rejoice in your word before it manifests. I will thank you for promises that have yet to bloom. I will rest in the truth that you are the same yesterday, today, and forever. Your goodness does not waver. Your word does not change. Your promise remains. And I, your child, will rest in that eternal assurance. I thank you for the gentle strength that flows through the quiet, for the way hope breathes softly, even when everything else feels still. Your faithfulness has walked with me through every shadow, through every valley, through every stretch of silence. You have proven yourself again and again, not in grand displays alone, but in the soft, steady ways that only you can move, in the way peace lingers after the storm, in the way light returns after a long night, in the way joy finds its way back to the heart that waits. You have shown me that I do not need to see the full picture to rest in your promise. I only need to trust, to lean into your goodness, to believe that every word you have spoken is already alive. I can feel your presence even when nothing seems to change. I can sense your hand in places that seem quiet. I can rest knowing that silence does not mean absence. It means preparation. It means you are doing something beyond my sight. You are aligning steps. You are arranging pieces. You are setting the table long before the feast begins. And while I wait, you are not idle. You are working in the unseen. You are shaping my heart to hold what you have promised. You are strengthening my faith to carry the weight of the blessing. You are teaching me to breathe slowly, to trust deeply, to hope fiercely. And in that sacred process, I find rest. You said that they who wait upon the Lord will renew their strength. They will mount up with wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not faint. Those words are not distant lines on a page. They are alive in me. They are breathing truth into my spirit. They are painting peace across my soul. When the weight of waiting presses against my heart, I remember those words. I hold them close like a warm covering. I remind myself that waiting is not wasting, that stillness is not weakness, that hope in you is never in vain. I let that truth sink deep until my soul is still again. You have carried me through seasons I thought I would never survive. You have turned impossibilities into testimonies. You have taken the pieces I thought were broken beyond repair and shaped them into something beautiful. Every time I thought the promise was too far away, you brought me closer. Every time I thought the night was too long, you reminded me that dawn always comes. Every time I felt lost, you reminded me that I was never out of your sight. You have walked with me through every unknown path, and you have never failed me. Not once. When my faith has wavered, your mercy has held me. When my strength has faded, your love has sustained me. When my voice could not find words, your spirit has interceded with groanings too deep for speech. You have been my strength. You have been my guide. You have been the constant when everything else shifted. And if you have been faithful before, I know you will be faithful again. If you have kept your promises in the past, I know you will keep them in the future. For you are not a man that you should lie, nor the son of man that you should change your mind. What you have spoken, you will bring to pass. So I will not let fear dictate the rhythm of my heart. I will not let doubt build walls around my hope. I will not let impatience steal the joy of the promise before its time. Instead, I will wait with a quiet heart. I will breathe in your presence and breathe out every worry. I will anchor my soul in the truth that you are good, that you are steady, that you are faithful beyond measure. And as I wait, I will worship. As I trust, I will rest. As I walk through the in-between, I will lift my eyes to the hills from where my help comes. My help comes from you, the maker of heaven and earth. There is beauty in this waiting, sacred, tender beauty. It is here that faith is formed. It is here that roots grow deep. It is here that trust becomes more than a word. And I thank you for it. I thank you for the way waiting draws me closer to you, for the way it teaches me to let go of control, for the way it strips away every false anchor until only your word remains. It is in this space that I learn to know you more, to love you deeper, to trust you fully. It is in this space that I understand that your promise is not only about what I will receive, but about who I am becoming in the process. I choose to walk this path with a heart at rest. I choose to keep my hands open, ready to receive but content in the waiting. I choose to let my heart be still and know that you are God. You are not rushing. You are not uncertain. You are not caught off guard. Everything is unfolding under your steady hand. You make the seasons turn. You make the earth bloom. You make the oceans roar and the stars shine. And if you can hold the universe together, then surely you can hold me too. Surely you can fulfill what you have spoken. Surely your promise will come to pass. So I remain here, still and trusting, letting hope settle like a deep breath, letting faith rise like the quiet dawn, letting peace hold me steady as I lean into your love. Your promises are sure, your word is eternal, your faithfulness is unshakable. I will trust you, even in the waiting. I will rest in you, even in the silence. I will believe in you, even when the way ahead is unseen. For you are faithful, always faithful, and I am safe in the promise of your word. My heart is quiet before you. I feel the stillness of your spirit surrounding me, the soft pull of grace reminding me that I am safe here. There is no striving in your presence, no rush, no pressure to perform, only peace, only rest, only the gentle certainty that I am loved completely and eternally. You have carried me through every season, and none of them were wasted. Even the painful ones held purpose. Even the silent ones held meaning. Every unanswered question was an invitation to deeper trust. Every delay was a lesson in surrender. Every disappointment was a doorway into something better. You have proven, again and again, that your promises do not fail. They do not fade. They do not expire. What you speak lives forever. When my heart trembles, I remember your word. It says, "The steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. His mercies never come to an end. They are new every morning." That truth wraps around me like dawn light after a long night. It tells me that you are not finished with me, that your mercy is stronger than my mistakes, that your promises are not canceled by my weakness. They endure because you endure. And because you live, I will see the goodness you have declared over my life. You have written promises into my story that time cannot erase. Even when I forget, you remember. Even when I wander, you draw me back. Even when I doubt, you remain steady. You are the unchanging God in my ever-changing world. So I lean into that truth. I let it sink deeper than the noise around me, deeper than the whispers of fear that sometimes rise like shadows in my thoughts. I let your peace wash over me until there is nothing left but stillness, until I can hear your voice again, gentle and sure. You say, "Do not be afraid, for I am with you." You say, "When you pass through the waters, they will not sweep over you." You say, I will never leave you. Every word you speak becomes my resting place. Every promise you give becomes a light for my path. I walk not by sight, but by faith in your unfailing word. You are my refuge, my promise, my peace. I lift my thoughts to heaven, and I remember how you keep your covenant. You are the God who fulfills every word in due season. You made the stars, and they have not failed to shine. You called light out of darkness, and it obeyed. You declared, let there be, and creation bowed to your command. The same voice that spoke galaxies into being has spoken life into me, and that life cannot be undone. That promise cannot be broken. I am the work of your hands. I am the field where your promises grow. I am the vessel through which your glory flows. When I look back, I see the trail of your faithfulness behind me. The moments I thought were endings were only beginnings. The things I thought were lost became seeds for something greater. Every closed door was a redirection. Every not yet was a deeper call to trust. Every delay carried the hidden fragrance of your wisdom. You were never far. You were never silent. You were simply weaving something sacred behind the curtain of time. And now, as I rest in this moment, I understand more than before that waiting with you is not waiting in vain. It is waiting in faith. It is waiting with purpose. It is waiting wrapped in love. Let me never forget that, Lord. Let me carry this peace wherever I go. When challenges rise, let me remember that you are still the same faithful God who brought me this far. When fear whispers that time is running out, let me recall that you created time. When others lose hope, let me be a reflection of stillness, calm, anchored, and unafraid, because I know who holds my future. I know who holds my heart. I know who holds every promise that concerns me, and I am safe in that knowing. I am safe in you. You have taught me that resting in your promises is not the absence of effort, but the presence of faith. It is choosing peace over panic. It is choosing trust over control. It is choosing to believe that what you have begun, you will complete. So I will not rush the process. I will not grow anxious when the pieces seem unfinished. I will not lose hope when progress feels slow. You are the master craftsman, shaping every detail with divine intention. And when the time is right, the picture will make sense. The colors will align. The promise will bloom. You said the vision is for an appointed time. Though it tarries, wait for it will surely come. Those words breathe patience into my heart. They tell me that delay is not denial, that time is not an enemy but a friend of destiny, that what you have spoken is already on its way. Every day draws it closer, every prayer waters it deeper, every breath I take in faith pulls me nearer to fulfillment. So I will wait, not with worry but with worship, not with frustration but with gratitude. I will rest in the rhythm of your promise, trusting that what is mine cannot be lost and what is yours cannot fail. And as I rest, I will praise you. I will thank you for promises that are still forming. I will celebrate blessings not yet seen. Because faith is the evidence of what is unseen. Hope is the song of a soul that believes before it receives. I will be that soul. I will sing that song. I will rest in that faith. For you are good, and your mercy endures forever. You are faithful, and your word stands unbroken. You are love, and love never fails. I am surrounded by your promises like stars that never stop shining. My rest is in you, and my peace is complete. In Jesus' name, amen.